Good morning everybody. Already I have completed 8 problems in the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 10. Now I am going to start solving the problem from 9th problem. Find the position vector of point R which divides the line joining 2 points P and Q whose position vectors are 2A vector plus B vector and A vector minus 3B vector externally in the ratio 1:2. Also show that P is the midpoint of the line segment RQ. Since P is the midpoint of the line segment RQ, that is what we need to prove. So P is the nearest point to the R and Q is the farthest point from the R. So let us explain this from the diagram. So let us take this as Q and P, this point in R. And PQ is in the ratio 1 ratio and QR is in the ratio 2 ratio. Therefore, M is to N equal to 1:2. Okay. Now, OP vector is given by 2A vector plus B vector. 2A vector plus B vector. Let me write it. 2A vector plus B vector and OQ vector is given by A vector minus 3B vector. A vector minus 3B vector. So these are position vectors of this point. Now OQ vector is equal to A vector minus 3B vector. Now according to the formula, the position vector of R which divides the line PQ in the ratio 1:2 externally is given by generally MB vector minus NA vector divided by M minus N. Accordingly, here OR vector is given by M into B vector, that is first ratio. M is 1 into A B vector. B vector means second vector, that is OQ vector. OQ vector minus NA vector. N is 2. So 2 into A vector means first vector, that is OP vector divided by M minus N, 1 minus 2. So we can substitute the values. Now OQ vector, 1 into OQ vector means 3A A vector minus 3B vector minus 2 into OP vector. So minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 minus 4A vector minus 2B vector divided by 1 minus 2 which is equal to A minus 4 equal to minus 3A vector and minus 5B vector divided by minus 1 which gives 3A vector plus 5B vector. So this is the position vector of R which divides the line joining 2 points into externally in the ratio 1:2. Now we need to prove P is the midpoint of QR. Now OQ vector. Now so P vector means OP vector. The position vector of P means OP vector equal to 2A vector plus B vector. And midpoint formula, that is midpoint of QR or RQ is equal to OQ vector plus OR vector divided by 2. That is equal to OQ vector plus OR vector. Now we have OQ vector A plus A minus 3B vector and OR vector is given by 3A vector plus 5B vector. So adding these two, A plus 3A equal to 4A vector and minus 3B plus 5B equal to plus 2B vector divided by 2 which is equal to 2A vector plus B vector, that is 2A vector plus B vector which is nothing but OP vector. This is nothing but OP vector. Therefore, the point P is the midpoint of line joining 2 points Q and R. Let's go. Now go to the 10th problem. Two adjacent sides of a parallelogram are given 2i cap minus 4j cap plus 5k cap and I cap minus 2j cap minus 3k cap. Find the unit vector parallel to its diagonal. Also find its area. Let us draw a parallelogram. Let it be A, B, C, D. Let us take the first vector as AB vector. Given sides, adjacent sides. So we have to take the vector for one side. It is represented by one side. That is AB vector B, first vector. Now AB vector given AB vector equal to 2i cap minus 4j cap plus 5k. And the another adjacent side. There are two adjacent sides for AB vector, either AD or BC. We can take either AD or BC as our candidate. Let me take BC vector. So BC vector is equal to I cap minus 2j cap minus 3k cap. I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k. Now we need to find a vector, unit vector along the direction or which is parallel to the diagonal AC vector. Now the diagonal AC vector is given by AB vector plus BC vector. Now AB vector plus BC vector 2i plus I equal to 3i cap minus 4j minus 2j equal to minus 6j cap plus 5k minus 3k equal to plus 2k vector. Now we need a unit vector parallel to this, that is AC cap. That is AC vector divided by modulus of AC vector. So this is the unit vector which is parallel to the diagonal AC. Now modulus of AC vector equal to square root of AC vector. The square root of the sum of the squares of the direction ratios of the components ijk. That is 3 square 9 minus 6 the whole square equal to 36 plus 2 square equal to 4 equal to 36 plus 4 40 49 49. Here it is equal to 7 because it is modulus. Therefore we cannot take plus or minus value. So plus value. Now therefore the required vector AC cap, that is unit vector parallel to AC vector is AC vector divided by modulus of AC vector. Accordingly it is 3i cap minus 6j cap plus 2k cap divided by 7 or it is equal to 3 by 7 I cap minus 6 by 7 j cap plus 2 by 7 k cap. Either way we can write this. Both are correct answers. Now let us do the problem 11. Show that the direction quotients of a vector, that is generally any vector, equally inclined to the coordinate axis ox, oy and oz are given by plus or minus 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. Let us go first. Question number 11. Consider coordinate axis ox, oy, oz and let P be any point in the space joined OP, let it be R vector. So let OP vector, that is OP vector equal to R vector. P be any point in the space, that is arbitrary point. Now the position vector of P is OP vector. Let us assume that as R vector. Let OP vector or R vector makes angle alpha and z axis respectively. Since the vector makes an angle equal angle, that is ox and oy, oz, all are made by the angle made by the vector equally. That means alpha here equal to beta equal to gamma. Therefore, cos alpha equal to cos beta equal to cos gamma. Since the three angles are equal. Now, by the definition we have already seen, we know that cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1. Since these three angles are equal, let us write this as 3 cos square either alpha beta gamma. Let me take alpha equal to 1. So cos square alpha equal to 1 by 3 and cos alpha equal to plus or minus 1 by 3. Hence, cos alpha equal to cos beta equal to cos gamma equal to plus or minus 1 by 3. Therefore, the direction cosines DCS are plus or minus 1 by root 3 or plus or minus 1 by root 3 or plus or minus 1 by root 3. So, therefore, the answer is take plus or minus as common 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. So, this is the direction cosines of any vector which makes equal angle with the coordinate axis, that is ox, oy and oz. Now, let us go to problem number 12. Let the A vector equal to I cap plus 4j cap plus 2k cap and B vector equal to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 7k cap and C vector also given. C vector equal to 2i cap minus j cap plus 4k. Find a vector D vector which is perpendicular to both and A vector and B vector. Also given that C vector dot D vector equal to 15. Now problem number 12. Given A vector equal to I cap plus 4j cap plus 2k cap. B vector equal to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 7k cap. And C vector equal to 2i minus j plus 4k and D vector dot C vector dot D vector equal to 15. So what is D vector? Find D vector. Let us assume let D vector equal to any vector whose coordinate direction ratios be x, comma, y, comma, z. That is, it can be expressed as xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Instead of x, y, z, one can take a, b, c also. So, D vector can be expressed as xi cap, yj cap, zk cap or ai cap and plus bj cap plus c cap. Let me take x, y, z. Now, given that D vector is perpendicular to both A vector and D vector. Since D vector perpendicular to A vector, we have A vector or B vector equal to 0, which gives A vector I plus 4j plus 2k dot xi plus yj plus zk equal to 0. That means x into 1 x plus 4y plus 2z 2z equal to 0. Say this is first equation. Similarly, also d vector perpendicular to b vector. Therefore, b vector dot d vector equal to 0. Now, b vector dot d vector equal to 0 means, what is b vector? 3i minus 2j plus 7k dot xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap equal to 0. That means 3x minus 2y plus 7z equal to 0. Say this is second equation. Now they given that c vector dot d vector equal to 15. Now given c vector dot d vector equal to 15. That means c dot d means c vector is 2y cap minus j cap plus 4k cap dot xi plus yj plus zk equal to 15. That is 2x minus y plus 4z equal to 15. Say this is third equation. Now by solving 1, 2 and 3, you can get the values of x, y, z. Substitute those values in d vector. You can find the different vector d vector. So it is up to you. I have given a clear idea, so you can solve this remaining problem. Now let us solve the third problem. The scalar product of the vector, a vector is given, that is I cap plus j cap plus k cap, with a unit vector along the sum of the two vectors. Two vectors are given equal to 1. That is scalar product of the given vector with the another sum of the another two vectors is equal to 1. Another two vectors means not another two vectors directly. The unit vectors of sum of another two vectors. So let us see. Let's take the first given vector, the a vector. Let a vector equal to I cap plus j cap plus k cap. And they have given another two vectors. Let b vector is given by 2i cap plus 4j cap minus 5k cap, and c vector equal to lambda I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. So first we need to find the unit vector for the sum of these two given vectors. Let us first find the sum of these two vectors. That is b vector plus c vector equal to 2 plus lambda into I cap, 4 plus 2, 6 j cap plus minus 5 plus 3 equal to minus 2 k cap. Now the unit vector along this side, that is b vector plus c vector whole cap, that is b vector plus c vector divided by modulus of b vector plus c vector is a unit vector in the direction of b vector plus c vector. Now which is equal to 2 plus lambda into I cap plus 6 j cap minus 2 k cap divided by root of the sum of the squares of these components. That is 2 plus lambda of the whole square plus 6 square minus 2 the whole square, that is 6 square can be written directly as 36 and minus 2 the whole square is 4. This is a unit vector in the direction of b vector plus c vector. Now they have given you the dot product, that is scalar product of A vector with the unit vector of the sum of these two vectors is equal to 1. அதாவது we have to take dot product A vector dot B vector plus C vector divided by modulus of B vector plus C vector is equal to 1 ன்னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. ஓகேவா? Now we have to take dot product between these two. That is I cap plus J cap plus K cap dot, what is this? 2 plus lambda into I cap plus 6 J cap minus 2 K cap divided by root of 2 plus lambda the whole square plus 36 plus 4. That is 36 plus 4 equal to, that we can write 40 equal to 1. Now taking dot product between two vectors, that is nothing but the coefficient of I into coefficient of I plus coefficient of j into coefficient of j, k into k. Similarly it is 2 plus lambda plus 2 into 1 into 2 plus lambda plus 1 into 6 plus 6 plus 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2 divided by root of 2 plus lambda the whole square plus 40 equal to 1. Bring the denominator to that side, that is we have lambda plus 2 minus 2 cancel, lambda plus 6 equal to root of 2 plus lambda the whole square plus 40. Now squaring on both sides, squaring we have lambda plus 6 the whole square equal to 2 plus lambda the whole square plus 40. After expanding, lambda square will be eliminated and you can easily find the value of lambda. So you can solve from this very easily. Okay. Solve it and compare your answer with the answer given in the book. Okay, thank you. And now let us solve the 14th problem. If A vector, B vector, C vector are mutually perpendicular vectors of equal magnitude, within the one line they are given more than one information. A, B, C are mutually perpendicular vectors, first thing, and they are equal in magnitude. Okay. Show that the vector A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equally inclined to the A vector, B vector, C vector. Now, given modulus of A vector equal to modulus of B vector equal to modulus of C vector. Why? Because they are equal in magnitude and also they are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means A vector, B vector and C vector are mutually perpendicular vectors. Since A vector perpendicular to B vector is perpendicular to C vector, we have A vector dot B vector equal to B vector dot C vector equal to C vector dot A vector equal to 0, because they are perpendicular to each other. Now we have to show that A vector, to prove here, to prove A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equally inclined to the A vector and B vector and C vector. Let us consider any vector here in the space, say any point A, B, C. So take P, B A vector plus B vector plus C vector. We have to show that this is A vector plus B vector plus C vector should be equally inclined with A vector and B vector C vector. So for the inclination we need angle. Now take dot product between A vector and A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Let alpha be the angle made by A vector plus B vector plus C vector with A vector. According to the formula, we have cos alpha equal to, if two vectors A vector and B vector means A vector or B vector divided by modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector. This is already you have known. This is a formula for finding the angle. Already we have got this one. So here cos alpha, therefore cos alpha equal to, this is formula. So don't confuse with the other one. This is formula. Okay, don't get confused. Now cos alpha equal to dot product between these two vectors, that is A vector plus B vector plus C vector dot A vector. Product, dot product of two vectors, dot product of two vectors divided by modulus of the first vector into modulus of the second vector. That is divided by modulus of the first vector means modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector into modulus of the second vector means modulus of A vector. Now take dot product. A dot A vector dot A vector plus B vector dot A vector plus C vector dot A vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector into modulus of A vector. Now we know that B dot A equal to C dot equal to 0 and A vector dot A vector equal to modulus of A vector square. That is equal to modulus of A vector square. Already I have explained in one video. That is A vector dot A vector can be expressed as A vector square or modulus of A vector square or simply A square. Accordingly, it is the numerator is modulus of A vector square. Other two parts are 0 because they are mutually perpendicular. So divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector into modulus of A vector. Cancelling one part, we have modulus of A vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Say this is. Now we have find angle between A and A plus B plus C. Similarly, you have to take cos beta. Let us assume, you assume beta is the angle made by the vector A vector plus B vector plus C vector with B vector. Let me write this part. Let beta be the angle made by the A vector plus B vector plus C vector with B vector. So cancel this. According to the formula, here it is B vector. Now let us change this modulus of B vector. Similarly, the numerator become A dot B, A vector dot B vector plus B vector dot B vector plus C vector dot B vector. Here the modulus of the two vectors, that is modulus of A plus B plus C and the modulus of B vector. In the numerator, A dot B equal to 0, B dot B equal to modulus of B vector square, C dot B is also 0. Therefore, the numerator becomes modulus of B vector square and this is modulus of B vector. Cancelling these two parts, we have modulus of B vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Similarly, cos beta, cos gamma equal to modulus of C vector divided by modulus of A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Since the numerators are equal, that is in the one, now modulus of A vector equal to modulus of B vector equal to modulus of C vector. Therefore, since the numerators are same and denominators are also same, so 1, this is 2 and 3. From 1 to 3, they are cos alpha equal to cos beta equal to cos gamma. Therefore, the vector A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equally inclined with the A vector, B vector and C vector. Now question number 14. In the question number 14, we have completed, and 15. Prove that it is a simple problem. Question number 15. Prove that A vector plus B vector dot A vector plus B vector is equal to modulus of A vector square plus modulus of B vector square. If and only if A vector and B vector are perpendicular. Also given that A vector is not equal to 0 vector and B vector is also not equal to 0 vector. They are non-zero vectors. Now taking dot product. Dot product is distributive over addition or subtraction. So similarly A vector dot A vector plus A vector dot B vector plus B vector dot A vector plus B vector dot B vector. Now this is equal to modulus of A vector square plus A dot B plus B dot A are same. So B dot A is nothing but A dot B, that is 2 into A vector dot B vector plus modulus of B vector square. This is equal to modulus of A vector square plus modulus of B vector square. Now if A vector and B vector, if A vector and B vector are perpendicular, we have A vector dot B vector equal to 0. So in that case only it will be eliminated. Hence we have A vector plus B vector dot A vector plus B vector is equal to modulus of A vector square plus modulus of B vector square only if A vector and B vector are mutually perpendicular. Otherwise you will have some other value other than 0. So the result will not be equal. Therefore it is possible only if A vector and B vector are mutually perpendicular vectors. And go to the problem number 16, 17, 18, 19 are objective. So theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Then A dot B is greater than or equal to 0 only when given that. So dot product is, you generally know, whenever we are taking dot product, we use cos angle. Cos theta is positive only in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, cos is negative, sin only positive. So you can choose the correct option from this board. So I given you idea. So in the 17th problem, let A vector and B vector are two unit vectors and theta is the angle between them. Then A vector plus B vector is a unit vector. So they given that A vector and B vector are two unit vectors. Question number 17. I will give you idea. So using this idea, you only have to solve these problems. Question number 17. It is given that modulus of A vector equal to modulus of B vector equal to 1 because both are unit vectors and A vector plus B vector is a unit vector. That means modulus of A vector plus B vector equal to 1 if available. So ஒன்னு தெரிஞ்சுங்க, எப்போ வந்து இந்த மாதிரி மாடுலஸ் பண்ணலாம், sum of two vectors, difference between two vectors கூட மாடுலஸ் பண்ணலாம், think of squaring. So squaring on both sides, that is modulus of A vector plus modulus of B vector whole square equal to 1 square is 1. So explaining this, modulus of A vector square plus modulus of B vector square plus 2 into A vector dot B vector equal to 1. So modulus of A vector square equal to 1 because it is a unit vector, it is 1, and 2 into modulus of A vector into modulus of B vector into cos theta equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 2. So 2 into modulus of A vector 1, modulus of B vector is also 1. 2 plus 2 cos theta equal to 1. 2 cos theta equal to minus 1. Cos theta equal to minus 1 by 2. You know what is the value of theta. So in the second quadrant only the cos value is negative. Therefore you can find the value. So choose the appropriate answer. Now in the 18th question, I dot of j cross k. You know what is j vector cross k vector equal to I vector. I dot I equal to 1. Similarly I cross k. So that cyclic, already I told you I cap, j cap, k cap. So So in the anti-clockwise direction, I already told you I cross j means k, j cross k means I, k cross I means j. So first find the cross product, then take dot product with the other vector. You will definitely get the correct answer. So choose it. So in the 19th, that is last problem. If theta is the angle between any two vectors, a vector and b vector, then modulus of a dot b equal to modulus of a cross b. Question number 19. In the question number 19, I do it here. In the question number 19, the given modulus of a dot b equal to modulus of a cross b. Modulus of a dot b means modulus of a vector into modulus of b vector into cos theta. And modulus of a cross b means modulus of a vector into modulus of b vector into sin theta. Now cos theta equal to sin theta divided by cos theta on both sides. So tan theta equal to 1. And what is theta? Write the value. Since these are modulus, so the value becomes in the first column. Okay. Sure. Thank you very much. Then half